these are back straps.
So you already quartered the deer
Mm-hmm.
and got different cuts. Look at
back straps. These are the tenderloins. And
nice.
This is something that if you wanted to, we can cook today for lunch.
Oh, really?
I would.
Be awesome. Oh, that'd be so awesome. So you heard us, you guys. We had a buddy actually get a deer because I wasn't able to get my buck tag this year, but we still got a deer. Now I'm here with Brian Drew of Bearded Hookers, and he's going to teach me a thing or two about cutting up a deer. Let's get started.
So these are the tenderloins. This is what like you see on the prime cut off a cow. This is the prime cut off a deer.
Okay.
So this is right here is where your tenderloins are. So you just season them, and you're ready to go. I usually just do salt and pepper, and just throw them on the grill.
Let's do it. You want to cook them for lunch?
Sure.
You said.
So.
He's also a chef and an artist, a man of what is it? Jack of all trades
yep.
and a master of
none. But
that's awesome. Those look so good already. Perfect.
Now, what do you guys want for cuts?
So we're super, super new to this, so I don't totally know.
Now, this guy was, kind of hurt. So one back strap is a lot smaller than the other.
Okay. Perfect.
Cut this off, just like that.
So we want to
cut that loose part off.
Okay.
And then this just peels back. And that's that fat cap you'll see when you start peeling back. See, like that.
So do I want any of this?
That's probably not going to be very savable.
Okay.
And then we'll make a pile of meat.
But this stuff here, like...
Yep. Butterfly chop. No, you'll get a piece here shortly. Tuck. Ready? Butterfly chops are just, what butterfly chop, like a pork butterfly chop. Usually what I do is like take a part like here and just go right in there until you get halfway.
Okay. It is different.
Don't all the way, just cut till you feel a little bit right there. Don't cut all the way through. So like we can just cut them like this to have steaks. I like doing stir fry usually out of this. Cut thirds.
Yeah.
So there's one steak, two steak. And cooking venison is you undercook it.
You undercook it?
Yeah,
okay.
Medium rare.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's good is since the muscles go this way, you cut at an angle, so when you eat them, they're not as chewy.
Okay.
So a lot of people with the neck meat like this could be a roast or more steaks. So there's a roast in the crock pot because it's going to shrink down to that.
Yeah. Nice. And then can you just shred it up like you would
you can,
a roast
or
with potatoes and nice.
Or just pulls apart.
Okay.
This is all the trims from the belly, all the loose meat.
Okay.
This is going to be the most of your work.
Okay.
And the most gross too.
Okay. You know what's in there, huh?
Medium. Cut the this part off first, and just follow the all the way around. You'll feel the bone. You can just follow the bone.
Okay. That looks so good. Oh my gosh. And it smells so good.
Yeah.
Way better.
This darking is normal. Just the drying of the meat.
Okay. So that's like where you cut it and everything.
Yep.
You fit in there. Literally, you fit in their food bowls, Trigger.
So, mock tender with flat. I'm probably naming these wrong. This is the round. We'll package what we have now, and then we'll grind.
Beautiful. And then we'll grind.
We're going to grind it once, and then we're going to grind it again.
Nice.
So,
we're going to rubber up. You guys, we have the rest of our grinds there, or our, does that, like all of our extra scraps, I would say. I don't know. Anything that we're going to grind up right there. Yes.
we're loading up the grinder.
Which Brian has a nice grinder there.
Venison does his job.
Does its job. Oh, that's awesome. The rough ground.
Yep.
But now we need to do a fine ground. So this is what you would use more for chili. Grind in.
So I'll put that there.
Excuse me.
And then this one.
I'm so sorry.